Cutting pollution from the shipping industry accidentally increased global warming, a study suggests. A reduction in sulfur dioxide, SO2, emissions may have cost 80% of the measured increase in planetary heat uptake since 2020. The shipping industry's attempt to reduce air pollution has inadvertently accelerated global warming, they said, in the short term, and contributed to record-breaking sea temperatures according to a new climate model. Well, now what do we do? Recent global shipping regulations slashed the sulfur dioxide emissions from cargo ships by a dramatic 80%, but this rapid reduction in sulfur pollution may have created an inadvertent geoengineering termination shock with global impact, the new study has suggested. The warming effect is consistent with the recently observed strong warming in 2022-23 and is expected to make the 2020s anomalously warm. The researchers wrote, the warming is equivalent to, in magnitude, to 80% of the measured increase in planetary heat uptake since 2020. And this reduction in pollution could lead to a doubling or more of the warming rate in 2020s compared to that of a rate since 1980, the researchers suggest in a new study published May 30th in the journal Communications, Earth and Environment. The new shipping regulations, which were implemented in 2020 by the International Maritime Organization, IMO, reduce the maximum sulfur content in shipping fuel from 3.5% to 0.5%, with the aim of improving air quality and preventing an estimated 30,000 premature deaths each year. But aerosols, such as sulfur dioxide particles, are highly reflective, and this is one of the gases from the volcanic ash, by the way, and when they are released, they settle in the stratosphere and bounce the sun's rays back into space, sometimes acting as a giant planetary sunblock. So when the regulations brought decades of massive pollution to an end, they began an unintended geoengineering experiment. Since March 2023, the loss of the sulfurous fog, combined with accelerated global warming due to burning fossil fuels, the El Nino climate pattern, and the 2022 eruption of the Hunga Hapai volcano, has sent average sea surface temperatures to record-shattering highs. Well, I wonder if the volcanic eruption also had something to do with warming up the seawaters. Now, however, other climate scientists have disputed some of the study's conclusions. Gavin Schmidt, the director of NASA's Goddard Space Institute for Space Studies, said that while the researchers' estimate for the increased solar energy entering Earth's atmosphere is accurate, their estimate of the temperature response is not quite right, I think, he said. Schmidt pointed to an analysis made by Zeke Hosvater, a climate scientist at the Breakthrough Institute, which argues that the study's warming calculation relies on an overly simplified model that misunderstands heat uptake from the ocean, meaning the study overstates the sulfur reduction's warming impact. We're still waiting on updated analysis relating to the HTHH Hunga Hapai volcano, other aerosol emissions, and the solar cycle and various aspects of internal variability, Schmidt said. That is on top of other analysis of the IMO rules that are ongoing. The findings come at a time when governments are eyeing up controversial solar radiation management, SRM, techniques, which propose to dim the sunlight reaching Earth by intentionally releasing aerosols such as sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere. But Schmidt believes that these techniques are not viable. I strongly doubt that this solar radiation management will ever be part of any sustainable response to climate change, but the issues that underlie that conclusion have very little to do with the science and almost everything to do with how such an effort is governed and how fragile it will be to economic or geopolitical uncertainties, Schmidt said. This is by Ben Turner on Live Science. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.